Welcome to People. I'm Micah Mater. Let's get started. We're doing a little spring cleaning this morning, finding the ways to get closer to our goals when it comes to health and happiness. First up, friend of the show, Dr. Jeffrey Sterling. His new book is called Straight, No Chaser Health, empowering you for better health and a longer life. Hello, sir. How are you? Glad to have you with us again. Always get good information from you. First of all, we want to know the main thing people need to do is get a physician if they don't have one already, right?
Of course. You know, you have to be ready so that you don't have to get ready. Ask yourself what's going to happen when that time comes. Do you have a physician? Do you know what hospital you're going to go to? It's really pretty simple, but many people don't do it.
It's scary because a lot of people are living in places that are hospital deserts. They're not a lot of hospitals or clinics. So what do you do in that case?
You do the best you can. And again, it's just like many of us live in disaster areas without knowing when the next disaster is going to hit. So you simply have to say, if indeed when the time comes, I'm going to have a family member come to get me, I'm going to catch a bus, I'm going to do whatever it takes. And in the meanwhile, we have to do better as a community to make sure that we try to eradicate these food and health deserts.
The first thing, though, you should really do is start eating correctly. Get your nutrition in shape. Spring's a good time to do that because you don't necessarily want all the heavy foods that you did in the winter, and you're getting a little bit lighter. How do we do that? Where do we look for information on eating the right things?
Well, so much of this is so much simpler than we pretend. The problem is we don't implement the things that we've known for such a long time. And I'll just give you a couple of quick examples to that end. For example, everybody knows that drinking water is so much better than drinking soda, or excuse me, pop. And the closer you get to that, the better off you're going to be. Everybody should know that when you drink alcohol, that it's safer to drink one if you're female, if you're two, and two if you're male, as opposed to binge drinking or just getting completely drunk out of your head. These are very simple things. And people, what they may not know, but really would do well to know, is that anything that is processed meats in particular, are now known to cause cancer. So those hamburgers, hot dogs, and bacon that become a bigger staple of our diet as we enter into the spring and summer and the grilling season really should be avoided if indeed these are meats, because they do cause cancer. So if you just took those three things, you really will be going a long way to improve your condition.
A lot of people say don't buy things in a box because that right there say it's processed, right?
Well, I mean, that's a good generality, but I'm real big on reading labels. And so much, if you just took 5 minutes to really look at labels and see how much added sugar there is on the box, that would tell you whether or not it's safe or not safe. But as a general rule, odds are you're not too far off with that assertion.
Can you, if you change those three things, as you said, could you cut off or add years to your life?
Thank you for that question. Yes, we can literally quantify the things that you do and how they impact both the quality of your life and the longevity of your life. One very easy thing that's long been part of the conversation is that every cigarette that someone smokes has known, based on research, to either take somewhere between 7 and 11 minutes off of your life. So the things that you do again and again, and we could talk about this all day, there are habits that we have, both good and bad, that either improve your longevity or take away from your longevity. So we should be mindful of those things. And it's really the basics. We know that walking is good, we know that drinking water is good, and we know that being social and having stretch management skills are good. Let's start there.
Yeah, activity. We're going to show more of that in the show today, but it's getting warmer, so get outside and just walking. It's simple as that.
Exactly. Everything that we do, every activity that we take improves our heart's function above the baseline of where we already are. Too often we tend to think that you have to get dressed up, pack a bag, and commit a couple of hours to go to a gym and work out vigorously in order to have some type of impact. That's just not true. Even if you just walked around the house, you are improving from where you are. And if you can do that for at least 30 minutes a day, several days a week, you actually are producing the type of benefit that will improve the quality of and add to the longevity of your life.
And quickly, Dr. Sterling, stress is a big deal for people, especially nowadays. If you do all those things, that helps to relieve stress, doesn't it?
Sure, because stress is not avoidable. Stress is a part of our lives and it's going to be present. I just advocate that people learn how to handle stress or to avoid stress. Stress management plans and coping skills are beautiful things, and we really should focus more on that than being unmindful of what's happening to us. We get so emotional and pardon the phrase, stressed out when these things come to us, as opposed to really learning how to handle them or avoid them when we can.
Dr. Jeffrey Sterling, thank you so much. All of these things to add years to your life. Be safe, be well.